Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. It's an energy update. We are moving into the new year, so let's see what's coming in. Believe in the impossible. I love that card. Look at the bigger picture. Take a little pause and look at the bigger picture, whatever you're dealing with here. And we have someone who confidence is key to success. So this is someone knows they need to come in confident. They need to be confident if they want to have success. Yeah, someone's starting to feel confident too because they're looking at the bigger picture. So this has to do with a commitment is being tested. So now this could be an existing relationship where someone's looking at the bigger picture. It's about being confident. So I do feel like this is someone who at some point didn't feel that the situation was going to go anywhere. So it has to do with someone committing and following through, but they need to come in confident. Yeah, interesting. See, it's a test of commitment, whether somebody will follow through or make a commitment, or it's a relationship that's being tested. Yeah. Yeah, one of these, well, see, there's nothing will come of this situation. So and I do see somebody here is not going to commit. They're not going to follow through, and nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. And you're going to see this clearly. But I still feel there's something very believing in the impossible. Yeah, there we have win-win forecast. See, whatever happens, there's a win-win forecast. Harmony and balance between two people. So I'm sensing there's a couple of people here. Yeah, one of these, it's not going to go anywhere. Nothing's going to happen. Someone who won't commit, but there's someone who believes in that. They see the bigger picture. So someone here is not confident, and someone is. Yeah, someone's emotions are running high. Yeah, so someone all in their feels. Yeah, it's an energy of what do you need to release. So it's letting go of someone who won't make a commitment because nothing's going to come of it. This is someone who's not going to make a commitment, but there's someone else here. I just want to look at the commitment being tested. Yeah, see a new romantic cycle. So the commitment's still being tested, but it has to do with harmony and balance. Look at that win-win forecast between you and someone else. There's someone here who's just not right for you. Nothing is going to come of this situation. Yeah, but they're still believing in the impossible. So let's have a look at believe in the impossible. Why is this here? Yeah, someone at a crossroads. Some of you got a choice. Yeah, you got a person here. It's interesting. Sagittarius energy. So someone leaving something behind that's not going to go anywhere. But some of you have a choice because I also see a Leo energy, which is interesting. I'm not saying that's what they are. These are energies. And then we have all this Libra, this harmony and balance. See, someone here, it's an energy where someone sees there's something isn't going anywhere. So I feel like you're dealing with someone who possibly sees the situation isn't going anywhere. But it has to do with this person releasing this. Letting it go. Yep. Taking a step back. Some more Sag energy, which is telling me it's a person who's bold. They're confident. Someone here wasn't confident. Some of you, it's yourself. You have a person who wasn't very confident. They never made a commitment. They don't follow through for some. But this person is definitely, I feel like it's this person taking a step back, seeing things different. Someone who's just not right for them, not their type, it's not going anywhere. But now we have a person taking a step back, seeing the bigger picture. They're seeing things differently. So I see a whole new, two people going to connect. I see harmony between two, but there is a choice. So either this person's making a choice or it's yourself making a choice between two people. One of them just isn't right for you. And it could have to do, it could be someone who just doesn't want to commit, plain and simple. But you got a new connection. So you're going to connect with this person. Yeah, someone who's just right. Win-win forecast. Yeah, it's a person who's emotionally available. See, you've got someone who's not emotionally available. Or they're not available because they're in some sort of relationship. And that relationship could be a crossroads. So let's have a look at win-win. Yeah, you got a person who's literally making a choice, I feel. It's a person here, and I love it too, because they are emotionally available. This is a person ready to follow their heart. Yeah, see, it's an emperor. They come in right. Win-win forecast. So one of these people isn't right. It could be this person. Or there's another energy under here. Yeah. But whoever it is very much in touch with their emotions, their feelings. They want to connect. See, one of these people is right, one of them not quite right. One of them is an emperor. So it's generally, I would have to say in this situation, it's definitely the emperor. They're different. And how are they different than the usual type? They're emotionally available. They know what they want too. So let's have a look at this Two of Wands. Yeah, this is someone moving on from a situation, change. This is a whole new chapter, a whole new cycle coming in. Tell me about this King of Wands. What does this person want? Justice and harmony. See, this is someone who, I feel it's a person for most of you, just, they're at a crossroads. They have a choice. One of these people just isn't right for them. Something feels off. It doesn't feel right. So there's a lack of harmony and balance, basically. Tell me about temperance. But yeah, this is, yeah, see, one of these people doesn't follow through. It's the person who doesn't follow through. Nothing will happen. It's a person who's apprehensive, and it could be yourself in that energy, but I feel like there's some of you, there's two masculines. They're very much the same, but yet they're different. One of these is not like the other because one of them is emotionally available, and they are an emperor. They've mastered these energies. Let's have a look at the King of Cups. I love this. Yeah, somebody with a solid foundation, a reason to celebrate. Tell me about the two. See, two people going to connect here. Yeah, well, see, one of these people doesn't follow through. There's something off. They're apprehensive. They don't feel like you're their type, possibly. Take it as it resonates. Yeah, it's a person who doesn't lay the foundation. They don't make a commitment. So I feel like yourself, if you have to choose, you're going to know. Let's have, because it's a win-win forecast. I love it. See, win-win. No matter what happens, you're winning here. It's almost like the feminine doesn't have to do much here other than just wait and see what happens. But this person, there's a reason to celebrate. They have a strong financial foundation. They're available. They have a love of home and family. So someone who could fit well with your family too. I like that energy. But yeah, this is a person who's that way. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Let's have a look. So yeah, so there's definitely a choice between two. See, this is you have a new romantic cycle beginning but underneath, the commitment's being tested. See, it's someone who doesn't commit. See, there's not a lot of hope for this person. See, they don't want to, it's a person who doesn't want to make a commitment. Or I feel they just don't follow through. Nothing's going to happen. They're not going to do anything. But it's about two people. See the energy of three, two people coming together, the things you have more in common. See the compatibility, two people who build each other up. This is about getting together, spending time together. This is someone who actually wants to spend time with you, your friends, your family. They want to be with you, technically. Yeah. So very interesting. Yeah, the other person is just not going to go anywhere. And I do feel that some of you yourself could see that. And even if this person does come in, it won't go anywhere. They'll never make a commitment. Yeah. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles. Who is the Page of Pentacles? Who is the Page of Pentacles? This is someone here who, possible Virgo energy, but it's just an energy of someone who's on their own path. They follow their own heart. They're on their own path. It's just a person who doesn't really want to make any kind of commitment. Yeah, they're apprehensive. Nothing will come of it. Yep, see, releasing it no longer serves. So this is where I feel making that choice. The feelings aren't mutual. And it could have to do with friends, family, whatever it may be, but it's just someone who doesn't fit. So I do see this releasing. See, it's an energy I feel some of you are going to know too, like where something feels off, it doesn't feel right. The feelings aren't mutual. And it could be someone who knows someone, like I say, but biggest energy is just this Emperor, I feel. They want to connect. They want to be with you. See, this is someone who's can be romantic. Someone who builds you up. They make you feel good about yourself. But it's about the two of you. They just want to spend time with you. Even if with your family, they don't care. But I'm seeing home here. A house and a home. See, this person has a love of home and family. Definitely the energy. Tell me about the... Oops. It fell out. Yep. See, there's the Tower, the massive epiphany. See, it won't go anywhere. You're going to have a realization. One of these people, the feelings aren't mutual. Now, I wonder if these people know each other too. And often it's someone who kind of freaks out. But this is the Tower coming down. This person's actually excited, but it's the situation that's not going to go anywhere. And I think it's this person. Quite honestly, it feels a lot like them. They don't feel the same about this other person as they do about you. See, they're all in their feels. King of Cups. Yeah, they're ready to take a leap of faith. They're not afraid to take a risk. See, one of these people too, and I do see they're on their own path. They follow their own path. Where the other person, see, they're looking at what they're leaving behind. See, change. So there's change coming, sudden change, where someone decides to take a leap of faith. This is a person making a decision to leave someone behind, I feel. But it could be yourself, the viewer, having that realization. This person's available emotionally. And the fact that they have a love of home, family. You know, this is someone who likes a clean home. There's someone who pulls their weight. They want to build the foundation, but it's that sudden decision, that sudden leap of faith. Yeah. It's a person not afraid of taking a leap of faith. But I see playful, youthful, having a good time, spending time with someone. They just want to spend time with you. Yeah, tell me about the Emperor. The Emperor is the one making this happen because I feel there's something else going on behind the scenes here. So that's why I kind of feel, do these people know each other, or it's just this person becoming aware that this won't go anywhere. I don't know. But let's have a look at the Emperor. The Emperor. What does the Emperor want? What does the Emperor want? They want the Empress. And there's this actually come out first. See, they look at the bigger picture. The person who sees the bigger picture, they look ahead and see the goals, what they hope to achieve, the person they see themselves with. They're coming in, they want the Empress. They want this person who's available, open. See this beautiful happiness, joy, very high vibrational. They see the bigger picture, happy home, happy life. There's the cup. So you're about to get your cup filled. It's an offer, an invitation. The Emperor's making it happen. Now, it could be the Empress too. Like I say, either one of you could be the one looking. You just don't feel the same about someone. It feels off. So it's about releasing them and letting them go, because it's about change and sudden change where someone's ready to go down this path. One of these people is ready to make a commitment. I do feel they're very similar, but they're not exactly the same. One of them is on their own path. This is definitely not somebody who wants to make a commitment. Tell me about the Fool. Tell me about the Fool. Yeah, see, it's about someone who pulls their weight. This is a person looking at seeing the bigger picture, someone who's reliable. See, one of these people isn't reliable. They don't pull their weight. This person pulls their weight. They help with the house, the home, you know, the cooking. They share the chores, the responsibilities. They don't lay all the burdens on you. They don't leave you to do everything, put it that way. This person they can handle whatever comes their way. They're strong, they're capable. They can handle anything. Yeah. Tell me more about Justice. Yeah. See, it's someone walking away from someone who's just not right for them. They're not in alignment. They don't see eye to eye. They're not in alignment. So it could be yourself. See, it could be the masculine or feminine. But there's the cup, the opportunity. Someone's ready for a fresh new start. This is often an offer, an opportunity, an invitation, but it's someone who comes in, they wear their heart on their sleeve. Why? Because they want it to happen. They just see luck. They see win-win. And I'm going to tell you, you and this person are going to be in alignment. 10 of Wands. Let's have a look at the 10 of Wands. Yeah, see, one of these people, it won't go anywhere. They're just not reliable. See, nothing will come of this situation because they just is someone who doesn't want to pull their weight. And they don't, and often it's because they don't want anyone to rely on them because they're on their own path, right? Yeah, interesting. But yeah, you're more in alignment with one of them. So one of you, either one of you, masculine or feminine, is moving on from a situation that is someone who's just not right. They don't play fair. They don't know what they want. But this is the and that's why I feel for some of you, it's actually this masculine. I think a majority of you, it's this person leaving someone behind. It's time for change. And they see nothing is going to change. This person will never change. But it's an energy with the water energy of going with the flow. Yeah. Very, very nice. Yep. King and Queen of Wands. So you can see it's either one of you. It's showing me this way, and I'm glad because often people are confused who's who. It could be either one of you. But these are two people who generally know what they want and they go for it. So one of these people really knows what they want where the other one doesn't. And that's the difference between the two of them. They're very much the same, but one is not like the other. So the masculine could be leaving someone behind who they feel isn't right for them. But it's the King and Queen of Wands, the Emperor and the Empress, two people who are focused, determined, they know what they want. They know what they want, and they're not afraid to go for it. So as far as the feminine goes, if you have a person who doesn't know what they want, they don't follow through, this is where I feel like you're open to this, and you're about to get your cup filled. Yeah, one of these people, thanks but no thanks, it's not go anywhere. See, they won't, if the feminine takes the lead, they won't take the cup because they feel the feelings aren't mutual. You're not right, you're not in alignment, they're on their own path. So that's the Tower moment too, where someone gets a bit of a shock and a surprise because one of you is going to go thanks but no thanks to someone. But to me, it's almost like we have a person here who's in the energy of, it has to do with self-awareness too. This is an energy of self-awareness. This person's more self-aware, but they're also someone who kind of feels maybe one of these people feels it's too good to be true. I'm not taking this cup. No thanks. Yeah. And it could be an opportunity that someone feels is being missed. That's why I feel they could be taking a little look at this. But like I say, I feel like it's the feelings aren't mutual. You're not, something doesn't fit, it doesn't feel right. I would have to guess it's a person who probably lack a chemistry or, yeah, it's someone who will never change. They're on their own path. Someone who doesn't want to change. Tell me more about the star and we'll wrap this up. Why is the star here? Yeah, saying to trust your intuition. Some of you already know the answers you're seeking. And it could be someone who keeps secret. They keep things to themselves. But definitely one of these is not like the other. And it's either you looking at these people, these two, and both of them kind of have a King of Wands energy, but one of them is an Emperor. And for the feminine, one of them is an Empress. So, yeah. One more on the Four of Cups. Yeah, see, this is the Queen of Cups, being cautious, being self-aware. See, the two of you, and I do think you're going to connect very nicely. You're both emotionally available. You're mature. You put the shoe on the other foot, how the other person feels. That's a big difference. That's when someone comes in right. But the things you have in common, compatibility. This beautiful new romantic cycle. It's somebody who's more romantic too. They connect. They just connect better. Like I feel it's just a beautiful connection. But yeah, see, as far as and when you look at the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, you can look at it as, again, with fire and water, that could be what's not going anywhere. You can look at it that way. It all depends on who you're connecting with. But I'm sensing two people coupling up, spending time together, and an invitation to someone's home. So one of you is going to make this offer. It doesn't really matter who does, but it's an offer, an invitation. The cup runneth over, wearing the heart on their sleeve. I think It's the Emperor going to do it. Generally, Emperors are make things happen, but because this is just someone attracting what they desire. They're open, they're available, they're happy, they're positive, it's high vibrational, it's a brand new beginning. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's New Year's, because I'm seeing happy home, happy life, a large gathering of people possibly too, and an offer. Some of you, I do feel with the star, something isn't going anywhere. It's a little unexpected. There could be some kind of sudden change. But some of you win-win. No matter what happens, you're going to get a win here. Yeah. Win-win for you and this person. See, taming the beast, confidence, self-control. But it's all about letting go of this person. Yeah. So, and I feel it's just something that's not going anywhere. I don't even see someone really being released. It's just, it's not going anywhere. It's because we have a Page of Pentacles who hasn't made any kind of commitment. They're just not making any commitment. They don't want someone to rely on them. They're on their own path. Yeah. See, it's a crush, a longing. Two people who have a longing for love. It's a new crush. This is often someone, see, romance. See, this is someone more romantic. They give little gifts. They show someone. See, often Emperors, they come in and they're not the most emotional until they're sure the other person feels the same. Yeah. But this Emperor is definitely available. They like to give gifts. They'll probably show you that they like you, right? And do nice things, a little romantic energy. But I wouldn't be surprised this is two people who decide to spend time alone. Just the two of you. For some of you, others of you, there's a larger gathering of people getting together. I think it's just an energy of two people who are open to anything as long as you get to spend some time together. And that's the vibe I got from the King of Cups. They don't really care as long as they can be with you. Yeah. So take care. Take those opportunities that come in. But if you feel something is off with someone, do not be afraid to trust your intuition. The signs may be cautioning you with someone here. Yeah, someone who doesn't, because it's all about releasing. And it could be other things that need to be released too. Everyone's different, what you need to let go of, but it's about being real, and it's about two people just being yourselves. It's about being yourself. See, I feel like you got someone where it feels off, someone's not being themselves. Did that Nine of Cups come out? Because often it's a person who's kind of fake. They don't show you who they are, but I definitely see this walking away. It's no longer emotionally fulfilling. It's like the feminine's changing focus. They're looking at this. Something doesn't feel right with this person. They lack emotion. They're unemotional, or and I don't even feel like that's what it is. They just don't follow through. They don't lay the foundation. They don't say, hey, let's get together and actually make a commitment. Because they're apprehensive themselves. Yeah. There's somebody who's just not prepared. They're just not ready. They got too much page energy there. And it's the way they communicate too. It's someone who doesn't always communicate openly and honestly. They often keep a lot to themselves. That's why I feel a little bit of secrets here too. But I do feel trusting your inner knowing. I feel like I love this because it's a win-win forecast. This is my favorite card, where both people win. You know, you're both getting something you want here, and there's beautiful harmony. There is changes needing to be required, so it is about cooperating, compromising a little bit. There's always some kind of compromise, a little bit, but it could be you have one person who wants the other person to do all the compromising, and that's likely what's off because they're on their own path. Yeah, I can just, not the healthiest energy, not the worst person, honestly. It's just a person who just doesn't want anyone to rely on them. They don't want to cooperate and compromise. They want to just stay on the path they're on. In other words, if you got together with this person, they'd never make a full-blown commitment. You would never live together, have a family or children. They'd probably never want to be around your family. Yeah, they're just, I don't know, maybe even a bit reclusive. Who knows? Often with Hermit energy too, for some people, it's an energy of a person who's not very social. Somebody who, not just on their own path, but it's a person I feel still has lots to learn about where they want to go, what they want, what fulfills them emotionally. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Take those opportunities that are presented. Often with this kind of energy, one thing can lead to another. And that's why I feel the win-win. You've got new. I mean, and this could be the New Year's, but an opportunity. But like I say, there's definitely a very, very positive energy. And it's likely where it starts. But this person wants to be with you. They're willing to cooperate and compromise. Instead of the feminine bending over backwards to please somebody, sacrificing because they won't cooperate and compromise. The one who always has to sacrifice and compromise, right? But it's different. The tables are turning. It's like this is somebody who's willing to do whatever to be with you. But because we have two people who are emotionally mature and put the shoe on and care about how the other person feels, you work together and team up. Doing things together, doing it all together. Take time or take care. Bye for now.